Hi.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Zoe. Welcome to our channel. So like, comment, subscribe. If you feel what we're saying in this video, give it a thumbs up, okay? And if you can relate to it, definitely comment below. If you can't relate to it and there was some points you wanted us to hit, definitely comment below. Let us know how you feel no matter what. Okay, so this video is gonna be about things we didn't know and things we found out after turning 20. I know you older folks are probably like 20. Like, what? You guys turned 20? Like, what do you need to know about being 20? It's a lot.
Like, it's hard out here for a 20-year-old.
Most people in their 20s are lost. Like, they don't know where to go. They're confused. They have no direction. And if those things that I said relates to you, then this video is going to help you on figuring that out. Oh, I could do a better. Oh.
I didn't like that one, but okay. Anyway, so this video is going to be a whole bunch of tips and tricks and advice into your 20s. Different topics, I just said topics, but whatever.
And it's just things that we found out about ourselves, you know, and things that we're learning now. And we're still progressing. Don't think that we have it all figured out, because we definitely don't. We're just talking about the things that we're going through now, so maybe people could relate. We're talking about the things that we figured out, so maybe people could, you know, while they're going through those things, be like, oh, maybe that's what I need to do. And we're talking about the things that we've just gotten into, so maybe we can relate together. We could go through it together, brothers and sisters. We're right here. Okay. So the first topic is just focusing on yourself. Now, I'm looking off to my computer. I'm sorry if that's annoying to you guys, but that's just what I'm gonna be doing. And I'm like, as a woman, most times, and you know, this might be for men too, but I know for women, most times we focus on a man, we focus on our friends, and we might focus on work, right? But when do we find when do we find time for ourselves? When do we find time to figure out who you are? When do you find time to figure out who Zoe is? When I was 18, I got into a relationship. It was nice. And when it ended, I realized that I spent no time after I got out of high school, even I was in a relationship. I spent no time figuring out who I was. I was so enthralled and pushing myself, throwing myself into somebody else, that I never took time to figure out who Zoe was. So I feel like that's really important. If you can not be in a relationship, you know, try that. If you want to be in a relationship, make sure you take time out of that relationship to figure out who you are. Take time for yourself, and, you know, make that like a conscious effort to do things on your own. Go to school and work on your own. Don't see him every single day, you know, like, be independent from him, you know. Another thing that I heard the other day on the reel, and it was like, snaps. It was like, 2 halves cannot make a whole relationship. 2 wholes will make a whole relationship.
Repeat
and
that.
if you took math, you're probably like, 2 halves do make a whole.
No, they don't. Not all the time.
But when you think about it, it's like a half of a person and a half of a person is gonna make 1 broken person. But 2 wholes come together in a relationship and it becomes powerful. Those are 2 people that already have their stuff together.
Their mind, body, and souls is just put together so good, and everything just meshes, and it's like, oh my God, okay, I'm done.
And that will never fail. So if you work on yourself, you will attract that person that you want. You will attract that person that's worked on themselves too. So that's my point. Focus on yourself and all else will just come together.
Stroll along. Stroll. So the next point is never doubt yourself in your feelings. So you were designed to be great at whatever your heart's passion is. Whatever you feel that you were put on this earth, you were placed here to do, you feel like, yo, I have this voice, I want to sing. You go out there and you sing. I don't care how much other singers, you know, people be like how there's 1,000 other singers out there, or there's 1,000 other makeup artists out there. There's 1,000 other hair vendors selling weave out there, but
there's 1,000 other rappers.
Different.
Right. There's 1,000 other YouTubers.
Another thing. But I feel like everybody has their special quality. Like, just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that you can't do it too. You have your special quality that you bring to the table, and they don't. So, I remember I was on a high one time, and I had this dream. And I went to somebody that I care deeply about my dream, and it was basically shot down. And from that moment...
It wasn't me.
No.
I know from the way she looked at me. It
no,
wasn't me.
It wasn't her. Okay, I'm sorry. It wasn't you. Yeah. So basically, from the moment that it was shot down from them, I felt crushed. Like, I felt like my dream was over. Like, you know, well, maybe, damn, this person feels this way. Like, maybe I can't do it.
Their opinion was really important,
yeah,
right?
Their opinion was very important. And it was like, damn, maybe I couldn't do it. But I realized I was looking for support. I have to support myself. You have to come to a realization where you have to be that support system for yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody in this world says, thinks, does. It's about you and your well-being. You and what you know about yourself, what you know your passion is, and where you know that you want to go in life. So don't let anyone or anything deter you from your dreams and your goals. If you have a passion to do something, you strive for it. Yes, it may not always work, but you know what? Pick yourself back up. Try again. And that's just it. Okay.
Pick yourself up and try again.
Remember? Dust yourself up and try again. You can dust yourself up and try again. I don't know if I said it right, but whatever.
No, I was talking about Skate Man from ATL. Y'all know. Pick yourself up, baby, and try again. Pick yourself up and try again.
Yeah.
The next thing I'm gonna talk about is how I figured out who I am. I feel like now I've overcome that not knowingness, and I've come to a point now where I figured out who I am, what I want to be, how I'm gonna get there. It's a little sketchy, but I know like the directions, you know, that I'm going to push myself to go there. So I'm gonna talk about what I did to get to that point of understanding. So the first thing is, if you feel lost, you can't just hope that, you know, it'll be better. You have to put in conscious efforts. You have to do things to, you know, manifest the things that you want. You can't just be like, oh, one day I wish I'll feel more hopeful in myself. One day I wish I'll believe in myself more. No, it's not gonna happen. You gotta push yourself. One way I figured it out was by reading books. There's a lot of books that I read. Charlemagne the God has a really good book. It's called Black Privilege. There's another book by Miguel Ruiz, I think. I might have chopped that last name. But it's called The Four Agreements. Amazing book. Just about loving yourself, understanding other people and the things that they do and the way that it affects you, understanding the way that what you mean in this world. It's an amazing book. So what I would say is my first tip is to just read. You might not want to, you might be scared to, but self-help books, they're amazing. Don't jump to the all the big time, like it's not War and Peace. What's that book called? Don't jump to the big time books. You know, start out small, read a little something. Charlemagne's book is really funny, it's relatable. You know, start there.
Especially for the culture.
And you know, like for young black men, it's a really good book. But young black women, we could relate too. He hits on a lot of really good points. The next one is to write. The power of words are strong. Speak and write things into existence. I used to always be just like really nervous and like around certain people. You know, you feel like people are like upper echelon people, and I used to feel like they looked down on me, like this little black girl that didn't know anything. And I remember I used to write, and every morning I used to say, you are powerful, you are strong, you deserve to be in any room that anyone else is, and you are equal to anyone in that room. And it really works because now I can be in a room with anyone. I'll feel comfortable. I won't feel like I'm out of place. I won't feel like someone is above me. I'm comfortable in my own skin in that way. And don't only write negative things. Like I just said, write positive things. But write the negative things too, because it'll help you work out things that you didn't even know was going on in your mind. So write negative things, but make sure you take time out to write positive things. Things that you want to be. Things that you see yourself going forward to.
True. That was so powerful. I don't know how I could come back after that.
Shut up.
Believe in yourself or nobody will.
That's facts.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Once people start saying that you don't believe in yourself, they will start to do things to make you feel like you are less than, or, you know, you don't already know your worth. And you do. You know your worth. You know what you bring to the table. Mm-hmm. So don't let nobody come into your life and make you feel like, you know what, she has a little self-confidence issues. Let me mess with her real quick and get her on my side and get her to do whatever I want to do because I can see that she's fluid in the way. No. Mm-hmm. Recognize those people when you see them. Do not let these people come close to you. Do not entertain it. Mm-hmm. Pick up the signs when you... Signs. When you see signs, I need you to...
be out.
We don't have time for people to be in our life just being parasites, like she said, like just sucking the life out of us because, you know, they see certain flaws in us and they feel like they could take control of that. That's not fair to you.
And that's real life. And that's why... I'm sorry, are you done?
No, you can't.
That's why, and like I say, like, you should not be in relationships, but not even relationships, period. Like, even friendships, parents, sisters, brothers, cousins, anything. Uncles, anything. People will suck you dry. And you have to see that and remove yourself from that because you're greater than what they want you to be.
Right. So self-confidence and knowing who you are and knowing what you're worth is key. Understanding the qualities that you have and the qualities that you bring to others around you and in life, period, that's a lot. Just, like you said, being comfortable within yourself. Yeah. Being you and understanding all of your worth and your qualities. And
that's why finding yourself is important because if you don't know who you are, you can't be you, you know? And you'll just be who other people want you to be. And that's another thing, too. Like, we're all makeups of the people around us. We are makeups of our parents. We're makeups of our parents' parents. And those people might not have had the greatest ideals that you're following now. Look into yourself and figure out, what am I doing that I could do differently? What about me that these people bestowed on me that I don't want anymore? And work on that. Don't get the credit card.
Don't get it.
I know you're going to. You're going to.
I'm going to pray for you either way because we know you are, but...
I know you're going to, but...
Don't do it.
Don't do it until you know you're mature enough. You know, until you know that you won't blow that $1,000 that you just got on one...
Because I wish I never did it.
One purchase. That was me. I got my Discover card. No, it was American Express. They gave me $1,000. And I blew it one time on bundles. $1,000 on bundles.
You blew it on bundles? You ain't tell me that. Only on bundles?
On bundles. Don't get it until you know you're responsible. And if you do get it and you want to build your credit, what you can do is, and we'll do another video on tips and tricks. We said that before. We'll do another video on tips and tricks on how to build your credit. What are you doing?
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Something was looking weird.
What you do if you do get a credit card and you want to build your credit, put things on it that you like, your cable bill, your cell phone bill, and just pay it off once a month. You know what I mean? Or if you could pay all of it, pay all of it. It'll build your credit, and just don't get the credit card. Just don't do it.
It's bad.
Don't do it.
It's bad.
Be patient. that's just key. Were you telling me to go on? Mm-hmm. Be patient and don't expect too much at one time. That is so important. A lot of times, like, we get into something and we feel like, yo, I want it to work so fast. I want it to just get the results. Be patient. Take your time. Relax. Mm-hmm. It will get there. Right? And it might not get there with that opportunity. That opportunity might have been there to just teach you something. And you will fail at it. You might fail at the next opportunity because it's going to teach you something else. Right. But you just have to be patient. Take your time. And it's hard. Even me saying it right now, I have to talk myself down every single day. Before I knew what I wanted to be a psychologist. I want to go into prisons. I want to work on prison reform, right? Right now, I'm a teacher's assistant. Every day I'm just like, oh my God, I can't wait. I want to get into that. I want to get into that system, right? But it's just not the time right now. I have to be patient. I have to learn what I need to learn from this experience right here and whatever experience comes after this and work my way on. Mm-hmm.
It's very much true. Mm-hmm. I feel like I have something to add on to that. Yeah, so it's like, you know, everything happens in its own timing. Yeah. You know, sometimes we're not ready for our blessings yet, and that's why they're not happening right now. So be patient, like she said. It's coming. Maybe we have to work out certain kinks, like exactly what she just said, mm-hmm. and then it's going to fall on our lap. Just
take a breath, relax. Like, it will be there for you. It's for you. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing, too. Realize that what's for you is for you. It's coming, baby. Relax. It's coming. Just relax.
I can't remember what actor it was. I want to say it's that old guy with the gray hair, but I don't remember his name.
The old guy with the gray hair.
If you guys, the old black guy with gray hair. If you guys know who I'm talking about. Yeah, probably Morgan Freeman. He didn't start acting until he was like 50 years old. Could you imagine how much heartache he been through? Like, oh my God, like, what am I doing?
When am I gonna figure it out?
I'm like 45 and nothing's happening to me. And he didn't get his break till he was 50.
But honey, that's probably because he ain't try to find himself, okay? So it goes back to the first topic. Find yourself. Because once you figure out yourself, you'll know exactly what you want to do and how to go about getting there. Find yourself.
Right. Don't let others control you, how you think, or the way that you do things. That's a fact. That's a whole fact. Goes back to the parasites. It's another parasite. Like, you don't need these parasites in your life. Whatever you feel like it's a parasite in your life, remove it. Cut it. Cut it.
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Okay, I'm done. But cut it out. You don't need it. Bye. Anyway. Just because it worked for them does not mean that it's going to work for you. Mm-hmm. You have your own path. You have your own journey. They have their own path. And they have their own journey. So, figure out what works for you. Not what worked for them and they trying to push it down your throat. No. What works for you. Yes, you can take advice. And it's always good to take good constructive. What is wrong with me right now?
No, it's a hard one.
Good criticism. That's just good criticism. It's good to have that in your life. Mm-hmm. If you're like me, sometimes you don't know how to take good criticism. Constructive criticism. And, you know, I be getting in my bag or whatever with certain people, but we're not going to go there.
That one is about me.
Yeah, and it's like in that moment, I feel like I don't like to hear about myself sometimes, and I feel like that's normal. Mm-hmm. That's a part of life from growing up. Like, we all have that point and say it's like,
you don't want to hear about yourself.
I don't think I do that. No, that's not what I mean by that. No, you do it. No. But no, you have to self-reflect. Mm-hmm. Self-reflect is a big thing too. You have to self-reflect and realize where you go wrong and what parts of it you were wrong in and trying to work on that.
So you have to be honest with yourself.
Right. So sometimes it's not the person that's controlling you. Sometimes you just not being honest with yourself and you not one, and you could think somebody's controlling you and they're really not. That's why I threw that in there, you know? Because you can have good constructive criticism and just feel like this person's against you, and that's completely not the fact, because then after you're mad and everything's said and done, you'll come back like, damn, and then you can't take back everything that you just said and done because you was just in your bag.
Right.
So know and learn how to take good constructive criticism. What is wrong with me?
It's the line.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think it's my mother and her accent, and she doesn't say it's good, and I'm not gonna blame my mother. Yeah, so it's okay to be wrong. Mm-hmm. Nobody has it all figured out. We're all gonna be wrong. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. We're all gonna be wrong. There's points you can never be right, and if you think that you're always right, self-reflect. Okay,
that's true.
Self-reflect.
I think I was right.
I said that already. Don't let controlling people into your life. You don't need it. You don't need somebody telling you what to do, how to do it.
And you have to be able to differentiate someone who is controlling and someone who's trying to be helpful.
Right.
Because there's a difference. Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. You're done with them?
No, I'm not. Give me a second. So always do what makes you happy at all times. Always do what makes you feel peace within your heart, what makes you feel joy, what makes you feel serenity. Whatever makes you feel whole, do it. I don't care who you gotta hurt. That's what Zoe tells me all the time. I have to take that lesson too, because I have a problem with that. That's my struggle. I care too much about what people, I wouldn't say, but what they think of me. Just people close to me, I believe. Yeah. Mm. You can't do that to yourself. It's whatever makes you happy. Yeah, now I'm done.
And to that last point that you said what?
I said do what makes you happy at all times, whatever brings you peace, joy, and serenity.
A lot of times people are going to tell you what worked for them. Fuck. What worked for them. You are not them. Okay? And I want you to understand that, it's nice to take people's opinion, but like we said, you are not them. You're creating your own path. Take your time to figure out who you are, and then go from there. Mm-hmm. You had something.
No, you said figure out who you are, but then remember, alright, it's hard figuring out who you are, and if you can't figure out who you are, try to think about who you want to become, who you want to be. That's just what I wanted to say, because I have that problem trying to figure out who I am, and I realized that, no, I have to think about, I can't think about that, because I just can't break through to that.
Yeah.
Let me think about who do I want to become, and how can I work on those things.
And that's what I said about the writing too. Write things of affirmation. Mm-hmm. I want to be strong. I want to be more positive. I want to be happy every day. Mm-hmm. It could be something simple, but every day you write that, every morning you wake up and you say that, you will be that. And I promise you, from a place where I've done that and I've seen the results. Do it. Just do it. You might feel stupid doing it, but just do it. The next thing is create opportunities for yourself. Charlamagne Tha God, his book, amazing. Mm-hmm. Read the book. He speaks about...
He gotta pay us.
He speaks about just creating opportunities for yourselves, and it's just you might be in a situation and you will be comfortable, but don't get comfortable unless you're completely happy in that situation. You know, this is where you want to be. Don't get comfortable because it's a good pay, it's a good schedule, it's good work hours. No, you got friends there. No. Create opportunities for yourself. Go out, do internships, volunteer, whatever your craft is. You might be into art. Go to art shows, go to art galleries, meet people, volunteer at an art studio. Do things within your realm. Oh, you might want to go into social injustice. Go to marches, go to places like Planned Parenthood, go to Rikers Island. You can intern there. There's a lot of things that you can do, and you'll meet people that can propel you to where you need to be. So I always say, I want to be someone, but I'm never where I need to be to meet the people to propel me to be that person. You know, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Yeah. So create opportunities for yourself. Because
life isn't always about what you know.
It's about
who you know too. So
and you might sit there and you might be like, I want to be a rapper. Go to them industry parties. Find out where they are. Sneak your way in. Intern at 105.1. Intern at Hot 97. Go to Delaware. Pack up and move to Atlanta. Take opportunities by the horn. Do not be scared of taking opportunities. Do not be scared of making risks. You might be scared to move away, but you have this little dream. It's not going to manifest into what you want to do without work and contribution and propelling yourself into that. So, yeah. Don't do the safe thing. That was my last point.
So, feelings suck. And most times we don't want to deal with them. That's just a fact. I didn't even write another bulletin about it. I just wanted to say that feelings suck because I'm dealing with that point where I'm just through with feelings. I don't want to deal with how I feel. I don't want to write down nothing. I don't want to do nothing, but I have to.
Yeah.
You have to come to that point where you want it enough to strive for greatness. Strive for the better part. But feelings also make up who you are.
Yeah.
Feelings are good also. Sometimes you have to cry it out. Sometimes you just need that good...
And get it out.
Get it out, and you're okay. Sometimes you need to be angry, but not be angry
maliciously.
Maliciously, no. I was gonna go to the Bible first. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Be angry, but still not. You can't be angry and just be going off the chains because you're angry. Because that angriness is only lasts for 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So that's all. But my last point was having a relationship with God, since I wanted to talk about be angry and to not. So why do I feel like having a relationship with God is important? I grew up in a church. I told you the other time, this lady told me the other day, she was like, I realize what you're doing. I see you, I see you. You were baptized in your mother's womb. So you have double the blessings. You have double the anointing. And that just meant everything to me. I just feel like having a relationship with God is just like, it's my serenity and my peace. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. Like, knowing that when I'm sad and I don't want to talk about my feelings, I can just talk to God about how I feel, but not how I feel, because he already knows how I feel. So it's like, whew, I didn't have to say much, because God, you feel me, we here. Right. So having a relationship with God is very, very, very good. I feel like a little schoolgirl talking about it like I just love my Jesus. No, seriously, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just awesome. How do you balance your relationship with God while you're still trying to live your best life? It's hard. Nah, I don't think it's hard for me. I don't think it's hard for me. I feel like other people think it's hard.
Yeah, you balance it really well.
Let me tell you, if I have to be in church on Friday nights, I'm going to be there. And then if I have to do something after, okay, cool. But I have to be where I need to be. If I go out Saturday night and I get home 3 o'clock in the morning, I still have to be at church. Sunday morning. I still have to praise my Lord. Like, it's just grounded in me. And I love my parents for the grounding that in me. But they never forced me. That's a good thing, too.
I think it was within you more than anything.
Yeah, I really think it's what the lady said. Like, it was that double. Like, my other sisters, like, they could if they want, but they don't.
Yeah.
I don't think they have less of a relationship with God. I don't think it's even about going to church, too, either. I feel like whatever you feel is right for you, do it. If you want to stay at home and pray and worship, that's good. It starts there. Like, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with, it is what it is. But just having that, you could go talk to him. And whoever you worship, Allah, whatever, but whatever brings you your peace, joy, and serenity, if it's not another person, another human being right here in the flesh, I feel like that spiritual relationship is awesome.
Yeah, because you might not have friends. You might not have a family member you could speak to. You might not want to write. You might not, have anyone outside of yourself. You might not want to go to a therapist, which I recommend going to a therapist. But talking to God will always bring you your peace. And sometimes you might not want to talk to him because you feel like, you're not worthy, you're not grateful. But it's like he's an understanding God. And he will listen to you. I didn't grow up in the church. I've gone to church. I grew up as a Christian, but I've never really had a relationship with the church. But I've always had a relationship with God, and sometimes my relationship has been distant. But whenever I needed just to talk to God, it always, always, always made me feel better. So that's something, if you're going through a crisis, if you're going through hardship, if you don't understand what direction you will go into, talking to God will always ground you, bring you back. Or if you don't want to talk to him, listen to some gospel music. That will bring you back too. Just something to bring you back to your peace.
And if y'all didn't know, there's spirits in music. I'm just let y'all know that there's spirits behind everything that we listen to, everything that we read, everything that we take in, everything that we watch and we hear. There's spirits behind that, so be careful with that too. Just saying.
And saying that, I don't do social media. Sarah doesn't, like, she does social media, but she doesn't really do it like that.
I only have Instagram and Snapchat.
Those things that you see on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, you're taking all of that in. So I'm not saying get rid of your social media, but like when you see something and you're like, oh, like don't like, watch it because you're taking it in. Like those things where people like killing people. Mm-hmm. Like you're desensitizing yourself from what's norm. You're starting to believe that those things are okay, those things are normal
like when people used to post all these stupid like child molestation videos that they caught people doing bad things to children or animals or anything. It's just like, why do you guys repost
it messes up your spirit.
It's like people are reposting it saying, oh my god, this is so heartbreaking, but you're still posting it, you're still sharing it for more people to see. It's like continuing a chain of just bad vibes and spirits.
Like, after being on social media, sometimes I get overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my god, like I need to cleanse. It's really, really, really like depressing.
Right.
And like it'll take a toll on yourself. Take like a social media break every 3 days and take 1 day to just have a break. That's another tip I would say.
Right. But be careful of the things that you intake. Be careful of the people that you let into your life. Be careful of the relationships you take on. Be careful of the spirits that you let into your body and your surroundings and your atmosphere and all that good stuff.
Don't get the credit card. Do not do it. Don't. He's telling you, don't get the credit card. But thank you guys for watching. This is the end of our video. We've gotten through all our topics. We are still working on some of these things. So we are a work in progress. I tell myself that I'm a hypocrite every single day. Sometimes I don't follow these things. Sometimes I'm, you know, but all that matters is just to try. You might fail today, but try again tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I said that already. I'm going to say it again. Subscribe, comment. If you can relate, tell us. If you did not relate to anything, you want us to talk about something else, tell us. If you have any comments.
Any ideas good constructive criticism. I got it down packed now. I can say it straight through. Good constructive criticism. Not stupid. Okay.
But so yeah, we're looking forward to hearing what you guys feel and what you guys think. This is our first opinions video, and we're gonna have several other opinions videos, so look forward to that. We're gonna have friends on it too.
Our friends are fun.
They are.
They have a lot of different views and good things.
They're different people from us, and we're different people from them, and we all relate to one another. So look forward to that. Bye guys.
Bye.